Hello everyone, Jim Revelle here, the chaplain. Wanted to give you a shout out at the beginning of October. I'm standing outdoors, the morning air is crisp, the scenery is beautiful, the leaves are changing. I'm standing alongside the DuPage River in part of Shorewood here in Illinois. We're near my office, one of my offices. And I want to give you just a little tip at the beginning of this month. Last month in September, we do a regular training with chaplains nationwide. And we come together and spend a couple of days and we get hit with a lot of information and good things, wonderful equipping things. But whenever I go to an event like that, I always try to pull away something, one or two things that can be applied to my own life so I can grow. And one of the takeaways from this year's training was a book called The Question Behind the Question, written by John G. Miller. And the subtitle in this book is Practicing Personal Accountability in Work or at Work and in Life. And so this idea, the question behind the question, think about the questions you ask yourself when you face certain situations. And so the author's goal is to eliminate blame, victim thinking, complaining, and procrastination. Wow. Wouldn't we be better if we got those sort of kicked out of our life? So here's the idea, is behind the things we face, the question behind the questions in life that we face. Here's some practical things that he gave us. And he said three things. Number one, when you're faced with a situation, a curveball, something that you don't understand, something that's frustrating, something that's irritating, something that's baffling, begin with what or how, not why, not when, and not who. Start with me. So what can I do and how can I respond in this situation? And when you ask the question what, include an I in the question, not a they, not a we, not a you. Because even when we move to the thing of we, what can we do as a team? A lot of times we can hide underneath that. I need to say, what can I do to contribute to the team or to my family or to this situation? And then the third principle in this question behind the question idea is to focus on action. What thing can I do? See what happens when we ask the question, why? Why did this happen? We're powerless. We're a victim. It's poor me. And he made an interesting quote, and I'm wondering, do you agree with this? That stress is a choice. Stress is a choice. And the whole idea is this: regardless of what happens to us, we choose a response. So we choose how we're responding. And so stress becomes a part of our choices. And when we ask the word when, what we're saying is we need another time to choose. We need more things. We need this. But the question is, what can I do with the current resources I have or the current situation? Rather than asking, when can this happen? Why not step out and make a choice now? And then thirdly, if I ask who, I'm blaming someone. It's scapegoating. Who did this? But I could ask something in a situation where there is maybe a fumbling of the ball or a difficult thing. But I can ask the question, what can I do to move the project forward? Or what can I do to make an impact in my family, to make a difference? One of the quotes in the book was this: a poor sailor always blames the wind. Isn't it interesting? It's always someone else's fault. So the reminder for today, the tip for the month, is begin with what or how, not why, when, or who. And when you ask those questions, have it contain an I, not a they, we, or you, and then focus on action. And so what is something you are facing today and you're like, oh, this is so frustrating? What is one thing you could do to make a difference? What can I do in this situation? How can I respond? As usual, we'd love to have you connect with us. You can give us a call at 877-322-2427. My extension is 5017, and I'd love to just kind of walk alongside you, and if it can be of encouragement or help to you, we'd love to do that. Thanks, and have a great month.